Banking business is based on trust, but it seems more often that customers of many banks like to abuse that trust. There are now numerous cases of taking loans from the banks without repayments. This practice prompts the Central Bank of Nigeria to issue directive to banks not to advance new loans to debtors, especially those with huge amounts to the tune of 500 billion naira. The CBN says it will penalize institutions that flout the latest order. Mr. Manuel Otori is an MSME advisor. He joins us on the news this hour. This directive from the CBN to banks on defaulting loans customers appear to be another layer in supervision of the banks. What exactly does this new directive change for large borrowers, and why do you think this kind of tightening regulation is happening now?
Okay, thank you for your question. And it's necessary to have policy framework that helps to curtail certain excesses, especially with respect to facts and data. The Central Bank of Nigeria had pegged a threshold of 5% for non-performing loans. But then in 2025, it was discovered that the non-performing loans had gone beyond 5% and had hit 7%. And that means it's higher than the expected threshold. That's a failure with respect to financial discipline. So what it means for borrowers who have defaulted is to begin to instill financial discipline in with respect to the financial system that is currently being run. And this is really an advantage, looking at the fact that there has been other policies such as the recapitalization, and these are favorable policies that helps to make promises to investors. So it's a good thing that the CBN is beginning to take actionable steps to protect the financial sector.
Is there a sense to which restricting access to credit facilities for these large debtors, so to speak, can help strengthen our banking system? Or do you think there are also chances that it could slow down business activity and investment, given that these are big and large stakeholders in the industry?
Okay, one of the ways that businesses and enterprise grow in any economy is through credit financing. And with credit financing, it's done in a secular form where a borrower or a business owner gets funding, and when they return that with interest, another borrower can take advantage of the funding that they have returned or remitted. Now, when a borrower gets funded and having taken that funding, they refuse to, return this funding or remit it with interest, it then becomes unavailable to several other borrowers who also need it for the growth and expansion of their businesses. So, in effect, it means one person takes advantage of the opportunity, thereby limiting access for others to take advantage of. And so that way, we cannot talk about business growth and development, because we're talking about 500 billion. We're not even talking about micro lenders. We're not talking about microcredit facilities. We're talking about huge facilities that, if given in tranches to the micro, small, and medium enterprises, there will definitely be capital gains. But these gains found in the hands of very few individuals who probably need this for mega projects and do not make refunds. I think it's really important to pause the loan if they have unpaid loans. That will help to reduce the rate of non-performing loans in commercial banks. We've seen commercial banks that have gone under solely for lack of corporate governance, and most importantly, for giving bad loans. Now, if the CBN has put this together to limit how loans are given without monitoring, without accountability, I think this is a step in the right direction.
Well, I guess with time we'll see how effective the credit risk management system is in stopping defaulters from moving from one bank to the other for fresh loans. But that's our time. Mr. Emmanuel Otori, MSME advisor, thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you for having me.
Entertainment news is next. Stay with us.